Take one.
That was good.
Hello!
Hey! I'm Elizabeth Ford.
And I'm Jade Ha.
Welcome to our cooking video. So today we're going to be cooking a very special meal that I love to cook. I think this is the only meal that I am able to
And
cook.
I love to eat it.
She does, indeed. I think this is like my 4th time cooking it in this kitchen. So it's fusilli alla vodka, but we couldn't find fusilli at the store. So it's actually rotini alla vodka. Disclaimer, we are in our building on campus, and this is a very clean space.
Just sanitize.
And
we live together. We live together.
And we're not wearing our masks on camera because we want you guys to see our face. But if someone comes in, we will be putting our masks on, which are right here.
Might make mask kiss.
So, completely disregard what we just said because after like 3 minutes we put on our masks and then the masks stay on for the rest of the video. Okay, thanks!
Okay. So let's just get started, shall we? So what we have here in front of us is our ingredients. I have a pound of rotini, but this should be a pound of fusilli, so if you're making this at home, this will be a pound of fusilli, a 4th cup of olive oil, 1/2 of a shallot, finely chopped. This is not a shallot, this is an onion. But there's really not a difference. We couldn't find shallots at Target.
Target was slacking.
A single garlic clove, also finely chopped. 1 cup of heavy cream, a 1/2 cup of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. The recipe calls for 1 ounce of finely grated Parmesan. Because I'm in college, I use just like the little bottle of Parmesan. It's really just for like decadence after to make it look nice.
I think you can get that at Dutch.
You probably could. And then it also calls for a 1/4 of a cup of chopped basil. But again, basil won't stay fresh in a college dorm. So we're gonna use without basil, and it still tastes great. All right, let's get started. So while I work on chopping, I'm gonna have my sous chef start working on the pasta. Okay,
Because I don't do none.
so grab your pot and fill it up about like 3/4 of the way up. I have like a little mark from how many times I've used this pot. So that's where I usually fill it up, but I would say 3/4 of the way of water.
Some water.
Water. Okay, let's do the rear and put it on high heat so it boils. And then you should probably get a pot with a lid because putting a lid on top of a pot of boiling water helps it boil faster. Tip. When you're cooking pasta, you should add a little dash of salt. I don't know why. My mom always told me that I should. So I add a dash of salt. Or like a shake of salt, I don't know. All right, so now that the water is boiling. I did say that my sous chef was gonna do that. I actually took over that part. Now that the water is boiling, let's get started with the chopping. So the recipe calls for a 1/2 of a shallot, but because I'm using a very big onion, I'm probably not gonna use 1/2 of this. I'm gonna chop 1/2 because unfortunately I'm just gonna have to throw it out afterwards. Which really sucks, that's kind of a waste of an onion. Maybe we could get our other roommate to eat it.
She'll eat it like an apple.
I think she did that last time, so.
Eat it like an apple?
She did eat it like an apple last time. Yeah, we look silly. I really eyeball with this recipe just because it's really hard to screw it up. I also have a really, really small cutting board, so.
It was originally a charcuterie board, I think.
Oh, I should have used, Miles has a cutting board. Should I call him and ask him for the cutting board?
Yeah.
So I forgot that you have a really nice big cutting board. Could you possibly bring it down to me?
Yeah.
Yay! Thanks,
Yay.
Miles. You're sous chef. Sous chef? Yay!
Might want to wash it.
Thank you. Why? Is it dusty?
It's been in my bathroom.
Okay, yeah, definitely gotta wash
All you
this
had to say
off.
was bathroom.
Yeah. Say hi to her campus.
Hi.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh, I don't have a sponge.
Or I'll entertain the people.
Okay.
Hurry back.
Hey, keep cutting.
I don't know how. I literally don't know how.
Okay, you just have to chop.
Okay. I'm just gonna like go to each like individual piece and just like make it tinier. Maybe that'll work. I'm so sorry, Mom.
So now that we have our garlic chopped, I'm gonna push her aside this way.
That's an onion.
So now that we have our onion chopped, push her aside, and we have to chop the garlic. Whee!
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, there it goes.
I'm a chef. What can I say?
Get all the scraps, and then take 1 clove. So a clove of garlic is this. So this is just 1 clove out of like this whole thing. Just take the clove. Clove. So yeah, you gotta peel the like layer of crusty off of it. The skin.
The layer of crusty.
The skin.
She said technical terms. So we're having some technical difficulties. We are down to 1 camera, but I'm going to put in the pasta. I'm scared of hot things. It's not hot, you were right. I'm still, it's scary! Ah! Hey look, pasta!
Wee.
Do I put the thing back on?
No, you keep that off or else all of the boiling water will spill over the top. Yeah. Okay, so off camera while our both batteries were charging the cameras, I put a cup of tomato paste in there. If you get the tomato paste that like comes in this little thing, I think it says 6 ounces, that's roughly a cup. You can use like all of it. I don't really like wasting it because then just like a quarter of the cup is just gonna go in the trash. So if it's like a little overflowing, that's fine. So you're gonna put a 4th cup of oil into the skillet. Whee! I'm good. Just tap it. Give it a little tap.
Dude, love tap. Okay. Today in TV class we learned if you want to make a fire sound effect, you would heat up oil in a pan and then you would like take some water and just like flick it
Yeah.
in there and then make like that.
You should never mix water with oil though.
That's what makes the sound.
Yeah, but that can start an oil fire.
Hey, don't put that in because I don't want
It's a grease fire.
I don't want my professor to get fired. Don't put that in.
Well, that's something that Foley artists use, but like, if you're cooking...
No, he encouraged us to do it.
Okay, you're gonna put it in the oil, but do it very carefully or else it'll pop and all of the oil will get in your face and it's so scary when that happens because it hurts. Okay. And then make sure that you keep just mixing it like this until both the shallot and garlic are golden brown. So when your garlic and your shallot look like this, like golden brownish, this is when you add your tomato paste. So I think before I said a cup, you're supposed to put half a cup, and I am sorry that I misspoke. And you want to keep those garlic and shallot pieces moving, or else they'll start to burn like they are right now.
Yo, this looks like a hot tub.
Get them angles. Disclaimer, this is a special liquid that we are going to be putting in the sauce, and this is strictly for cooking. Both Jade and I are only 19. We got this special sauce, i.e. the vodka part of the vodka sauce, from our 21-year-old friend, and she put it as much as we need, which is 2 tablespoons, and so we're gonna put it in our sauce. And it's fine to put in sauce because when you cook it, all of the like alcohol part of the alcohol evaporates while it's cooking.
feels like an hot tub.
So I just turned off the heat on the pasta. I haven't really checked if it's al dente or not, but I'm going to do that right now. It's still obviously boiling, you can tell, but I don't want to overcook it or else it's not as fun. So
It's not as fun.
let's do this. Oh my god, it's perfectly cooked. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the heat off so it doesn't cook anymore. I'm gonna use 1 cup of heavy cream. I'm gonna use my leftover red. Oh, what's it called?
My leftover red, the tomato paste.
Tomato paste. Thank you. Thank you, sous chef.
My name is Susan Chef.
So that was 1 cup. This is half a cup. So you do it twice. Then you get a cup.
Math.
Okay, so then you're supposed to put 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, but I don't have a teaspoon, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. Jesus, it's going everywhere. That's probably about a teaspoon, I don't know.
Sure.
Is that roommate Jess?
That's roommate Jess. Hey, besties.
So now that your pasta is drained, you're just gonna shove it right into the sauce. It's very hard because our skillet is pretty shallow, so I kind of have to do it very slowly. However, don't forget, you need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. You're literally just gonna throw it in and you're gonna mix it in.
Yummy.
Yeah,
That's a lot
it
of
does look like a
damage.
lot of butter, doesn't it? Got a little bit of spice. Salt isn't spice, but just do a little dash of both. That's not coming out. Jesus.
Hey, I promise this is the last slow-mo vid, but look at that. Look at how good that looks.
Hey,
besties.
we're back. Oh yeah. Yup. Oh my god.
I love this.
This is amazing.
Alright, y'all, what's the consensus? Hold on, I just want to take a second to acknowledge how much they look so unhappy. I don't know why. I thought the recipe was good. I wish I had a little more enthusiasm. I promise it was yummy, her campus. I promise.
I'm about to come into a food coma.
Yeah, I am too, and I haven't even finished mine, but I'm gonna. Okay, that's it then. Goodbye.